Welcome to Afterlife Mysteries Unsolved. These are not merely crimes, they are echoes of darkness that time could never silence. In the autumn of 1888, London's East End was terrorized by a killer who would become history's most famous unidentified serial killer, Jack the Ripper. In just a few months, the Ripper killed at least 5 women, mutilating their bodies in ways that suggested anatomical knowledge. What made the case even more sensational were the letters supposedly sent by the killer to police and newspapers, taunting authorities and promising more murder. The name Jack the Ripper actually comes from these letters, though experts debate whether any of them are actually written by the killer. Despite one of the most intensive investigations in criminal history, the Ripper was never caught. Over the years, dozens of suspects have been proposed, from local butchers to members of the royal family. In 2012, author John Morris suggested that a woman named Lizzie Williams was the Ripper, but this theory, like all others, lacks conclusive evidence. The case has spawned countless books, movies, and theories, but the truth is that after 135 years, we're no closer to identifying Jack the Ripper than we were in 1888. The killer's identity has become one of history's most enduring mysteries, and it's almost certain that it will never be solved. Let's move on to the next one. The JFK Assassination, November 22, 1963, is a date that changed American history forever. President John F. Kennedy was shot and killed while riding in a motorcade through Dallas, Texas. Within hours, police had arrested Lee Harvey Oswald for the murder, but before Oswald could stand trial, he was shot and killed by nightclub owner Jack Ruby on live television. Ruby died of lung cancer in 1967, taking any secrets he might have had to his grave. But this conclusion has never satisfied everyone. Numerous inconsistencies in the evidence, witness testimonies, and the investigation itself have fueled decades of conspiracy theories. The official investigation concluded that Oswald acted alone, firing 3 shots from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. Others point to possible involvement by the CIA, the Mafia, or even the Soviet Union. But subsequent investigations have challenged this conclusion. The mysterious circumstances surrounding key witnesses and evidence have only added to the speculation. Some believe there was a second shooter on the famous grassy knoll. In 1979, the House Select Committee on Assassinations concluded that Kennedy was probably killed as part of a conspiracy, though they could not identify the Let's move on to the final one. The Zodiac Killer. Between 1968 and 1969, the San Francisco Bay Area was stalked by a killer who called himself the Zodiac. The killer murdered at least 5 people, though he claimed to have killed 37. What made the Zodiac case unique was the killer's habit of sending taunting letters and coded messages to newspapers and police. The case has inspired countless books, movies, and amateur detectives, but the killer's identity remains a mystery. The message simply read, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber, because it will send me to paradise all the sooner, because I now have enough slaves to work for me." The Zodiac's letters were filled with cryptic symbols and ciphers. While some of these codes have been cracked, others remain unsolved to this day. The messages revealed a killer who was intelligent, methodical, and seemed to enjoy the cat-and-mouse game with authorities. Despite one of the longest-running investigations in American criminal history, the Zodiac Killer was never identified. In 2020, a team of codebreakers finally solved one of the Zodiac's most famous ciphers, but it provided no new clues about the killer's identity. Like Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac Killer has become more myth than man, a phantom from the past who continues to haunt the present. Some questions will never have answers, but we can still seek the truth. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe now to Afterlife Mysteries Unsolved and uncover what the world forgot.